I usually alternate my breakfast up here between oatmeal with raisins and brown sugar, maybe some venison steak and eggs, cornbread. And then in the rotation I always have some sturdy wheat pancakes. Found out it's a pretty good mix. We really like it. Oh yeah. Grill is hot enough for pancakes. On our camping trips and around here at the cabin, I found out there's a few things that people vary a lot on. And that's how you fix your pancakes, how you make your macaroni and cheese. And the pancakes, whether you like them pale white or whether you like them brown. I'm a fan of brown myself, but one of my late partners up here, he always said I burned them. And you see a little smoke in the light here. It's just part of the process. Keep my syrup in these little SIG aluminum bottles. It means I can set it right on top of the wood stove over there and get my syrup nice and hot. Of course, I always have to make up a few extras for the Gray Jays. Don't tell them, but they're not getting sturdy wheat. I've got some of one of the other brands to use up, and that's what I mix up for them. They don't seem to care. I'm getting all packed up for a day of trail clearing. My trusty little John's Red 2236. Got extra fuel and oil and files and wrenches. Extra chain even in case I get in kind of a bind of messing up a chain out there. First I need some food. Got a thermos of tea. From home, I got a nice chicken pot pie that should be thawed out nice by lunchtime. I have that tea. I got one of my wife's little small cherry pies there. First, a few Snickers always go well. Got my earmuffs, little trail tape, and if it's really a bad day, got to break out a Cliff Bar for extra energy. And it's hunting season, so I want to make sure that I wear this. I don't want to come walking out of some trees someplace and surprise somebody. It's just a real safe thing to do to make sure we're very visible. The weatherman didn't call for rain the other day, and I cut my trails in a drizzle all day. Today he said it is going to rain, so I'm going to make sure I take a parka along in case that happens. So we're set for the... Things have been moving along pretty fast up to this point. I like what it looks like behind me there. I didn't have to cut anything. Just a big, wide open old logging road. It wasn't used that many years ago to haul timber. So maybe it was in the last 7 or 8 years they were hauling semis down through there. As I look further down the trail to the south though, I see we're coming across a little wood that's falling sideways, but we're almost ready to break out into another opening where they cut that timber they hauled with those semis. So got a lot of wood laying here. I think I'll see what I can create. Perfect timing too. It's lunchtime. This will be a nice stop along this trail. We got a nice view up and down. Any deer hunter coming along will probably appreciate a place to sit down and got a good rifle rest right here. Or make sure your coffee doesn't spill. Either way you look at it, put this old wood to good use. Make a nice rest stop. Now I just finished cutting through 3.5 miles of not too bad of conditions. There were a bunch of big trees across, but why do I do that? So I can get down to an area like this. And this is a beautiful area in the wintertime to ski, or any time of year really. Bounds and wildlife down here. It's an old ditch grade from days gone by. Looks like it's time to put the camera away and fire the saw up again. But I want to get down here. One little final goal. Well, this is the end of our road. Summertime anyway, or fall. In the wintertime, we're just getting to the good stuff when we get to here. And that's why I keep the trail cleared down here. This creek bed runs for miles. It's just a beautiful winter landscape. Beavers keep the water backed up enough. You got nice smooth going. I mentioned earlier about semi trucks full of logs coming down that trail that we just cleared. And you imagine my surprise when I came down here into my favorite wild area one evening and I hear a diesel engine running, and right out there, right in front of us, there was a diesel truck full of logs sitting there. The water was a little bit lower, but it was frozen, and they were out here logging, and it was just a real shock to come across a diesel semi sitting out here, top of my marsh. I have another trail that comes out down the marsh a little ways, over there maybe 1/4 of a mile, and I kind of hope to cross over and go back home that way, but I'm gonna have to save that for another day. The beavers have just got too much water backed up here. There's a lot of trail marking going on down here. I don't know if it's bobcat, could be some lynx, or if it's wolves. I'm just not sure. But I do know I see some marten sign. It's got marten written all over it. There's no doubt about it. See a sign like that, you know Martin's been through. Got a little cherry pie here. I'm going to get my energy restored, and while I'm down this far, I have another spur trail that goes east about a half a mile. I want to check that out. A long walk to come just to do it later, so get refortified and I'll hit it. It's 3 o'clock. I'm tired. Got a 3-mile hike back to the cabin, so I broke the saw down, took the bar off and everything. I'm going to pack it away in the pack rather than toting it along in my hand for all that way. Gotta make sure I get all the stuff picked up here. And oh, Snickers wrapper. Can't leave them laying around. They tend to show up. People find them. You get blamed for a lot of things like that. We should be good. And now, if you didn't learn anything else today or anything else, now you know what Martin sign looks like. Remember, if you see this, you've come across some prime Martin sign. It's amazing that that white cedar is good and strong, that that seat has stayed there very well, but keep an eye out for that.